All right, I got a
Let's
good one.
change
I
the
got a good
topic.
one. I got a good one. This is from Wreck-It Ralph 95. Would you rather have Knox be a star at Duke and win the national tournament and never make the NBA, or be a one and done at UNC and be a lottery pick? Whew, tough one. Tough one.
Think very hard about this answer. This is the toughest question.
I think personally it'd be hilarious if either of my kids went to UNC. I'm as a parent, I just want what's what's best for my kids. So of course I'm going to say if Knox, he talks all the time. I think any kid is like, I'm going to play in the NBA. I'm going to play in the NBA. You're just like, dude, if that's what his dream is, and if he works hard enough and he decides he wants to go to UNC to pursue that dream, I'm not going to hold him back. I'm not going to hold him back. I will cut him off, but I'm not going to hold him back.
You know what's funny about UNC? I say this as a objective observer, but people know our relationship. People from UNC, they are still holding on to this with you. I'm sure you see it every day. It's anytime I meet anybody that's any connection to UNC, and the podcast comes up or anything like that, there's still a thing where it's like, oh, I like JJ even though I went to UNC. As if you did something personal to them or something like that, and they're like forgiving you. It's just amazing in 2023 that it is, of all the different things you've done in your life, that maybe Maryland is like this too. I don't know, but it feels like there's a I don't know that it's ever going to go away at this point. I think you might be like 70 and there's still going to be people
The
coming up
Maryland
to you
thing kind of went away just because when they joined the Big Ten, they kind of lost a lot of relevancy. You know what I mean? They lost some relevancy there. So it's like, I think the Maryland fans are like, oh shit. Like, I'm literally 3 times this weekend, somebody came up to me and was like, go UNC. It's like, cool, man.
Yeah, great.
Sweet. All right, let's do
I have
another
a question. Connor Clark, the concept. If not Seattle or Vegas, what cities would you want to see an NBA team in? I have one.
I want to hear yours first.
Mexico City. I'd rather see a team in Mexico City than, I mean, I think it's going to happen in those two. I think Seattle deserves it, so I think it would be awesome to see it in Seattle. But I think it'd be amazing in Mexico City.
I like that call. Mexico City would be great. I think for me, there's actually a lot of really good cities in sort of the mid-tier range. Like Nashville would be a great city to have. Kansas City, great sports town. That'd be sick. Austin would be sick, right? That'd be a great one. They're not even mid-tier. They're like a top 10 city in terms of population.
You couldn't do Austin, though. You have to move one of those teams. You have to move.
But I was actually thinking about this weekend because Tobias was over. And San Diego would be sick. I know you don't want to add another California team, but San Diego, where the Clippers came over originally from the Buffalo Braves, San Diego would be my choice. It's just
I have a question about
city.
San Diego. I haven't spent a huge amount of time there, and I don't mean to offend any. I think it's an amazing place every time I've been there. San Diego feels like it's such a nice city, and people are so laid back and chill and stuff that like they don't care about sports as much. I feel like this was the Chargers issue, and the Chargers had a lot of fans. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's like if you have the option of like going to the beach and having like a great day, like just like out on the water or out on the sand or whatever it is, versus like sitting on a message board all day, like refreshing trade rumors. Like it feels like they're not as diehard because of it, and so I think we want a city that has that. That's what I like about Seattle. That's like a
Seattle's an obvious choice.
Seattle
right?
would be amazing.
Great fans. No, I think there's 2 parts to it. Is like you think about the city as a fan base, right? Are they a passionate fan base? What are the extracurricular activities? I think it's one of the reasons, your great point on San Diego. Like it's one of the reasons Heat fans are notoriously late to games and don't really cheer to the fourth quarter. Like they've got other things to do. There's a lot going on. Then you have a situation like Oklahoma City, where even when they were not good, like that arena is as loud as it gets. They're selling out almost every game. It becomes such an identity with the city. Where I think some of those mid-tier cities, like if you brought a franchise in, you would have that, right? Columbus, Ohio. Just kidding. But the reason I say San Diego is because if I was a player, I'd want to live in San
It would be
Diego.
awesome. I think the
That'd be
Nashville
sick.
Nashville would be great too. And the Nashville fans,
Um,
their hockey fans are great.
I got one from Cameron Christie. I just watched Interstellar for the first time as a 37-year-old, and wow, a perfect Sunday afternoon. What are the top 5 movies, TV shows you have already watched that you wish you could watch for the first time again? I don't know if I have 5. I know for me, I would Interstellar would be great to watch again. Um, I wish because I'm getting ready to restart it for the 3rd time. I'm gonna rewatch Mad Men again, and I wish I could watch that for the first time.
That's a
I
good
wish I
one.
could watch that
I
for the
haven't watched
first
that in a
time.
while. I might watch that in August.
What's one for you?
TV wise, I've seen it a few times, but I feel like my most enjoyable rewatchable experience is probably Breaking Bad because of the stakes and how you get into it. Um I feel like movie wise, weirdly Goodfellas. It's very different from Interstellar. I've seen it about 75 times, but it's another one which is always on TV. Which we were talking about with Shay offline the other day. Have you watched The Fugitive recently?
Wait,
I love
that's a
the
top
fu-
5.
I don't think it's top 5, but I'm just like The Fugitive might be my your version of Interstellar to me, where it's like every time it's a comfort movie for me. Like every scene in that movie I know, and I feel like I feel like when it's on, I can't not watch it. You didn't see Oppenheimer yet, did you? Because a couple people wrote in about that.
Yeah, sorry, I have not seen it. The reason being, I have not been in a place that has an IMAX, and so,
All right,
I'm
we're gonna
hoping to
talk. We'll
see
talk
it
about it. I
soon.
saw it. We're gonna talk about it in
Yeah,
September.
once I see it, I'll
I will just say
put that.
you will not be disappointed. He does not. He has not lost his game.